A warm welcome to everyone. In the last video, we had discussed a little bit about the probability and what is the conditional probability. Probability is a very important topic in terms of data science. Whenever you talk about data or the data science, it is like you can say it is mixture of two words. One is data and other one is the science. What all you do in science? What's the definition of science? If you see through the net or the Wikipedia, you can see that science is all about experiments. It may be that your experiment is true. It may be that experiment results in false. But you have to experiment before you find whether it's true or false. This is all about science. When you are doing these experiments with the data, it becomes data science. Now, you have the idea of probability. The next important topics which we will discuss today is the basics of statistics, that is the stats. See, I'm just covering the basics in the first few videos and then we'll go deeper with the probability and stats and we will see how they are related to each other. Each and every topic, like the first topic that was linear algebra, then became the probability, then stats. These all are interrelated and you have to play with all these whenever you have to study data science. Today, let's begin our journey in the world of stats. Statistics is all about data. Imagine a world where there are only numbers and these numbers are your data. Now, if you want to discuss something about the data, you have to interpret the data, you have to understand the data. Therefore, for understanding the data, you should have some measures of the data. Once you have the measures, you can give the judgment. For example, let's say you go to a school and you score 90 out of 100 in maths. Now you say that I scored 90 or I scored 90. What is the difference? How can you say whether your score is too good, your score is too bad, or it's an average score? Therefore, you need some measures. Now, for example, just to say you are the best in class, you should know the marks of all the students who are behind you. Or you are average in class, again you should know the marks of all the students. I am Parmita and I'm getting a score of 90 out of 100 in maths. But I don't know whether I'm good or bad. Maybe I'm the worst one, maybe I'm the best one. Now let's go to the class and check out what are the marks of the other students. Here I've just taken the marks in my maths class and then noted it down. These are Andrew 92 marks, Mark 80 marks, Bunny 71 marks, Isham 100 marks and Blake 95 marks. And me, Parmita, got 90 marks. Just by seeing these numbers, I can just judge whether I am the worst performer or I am the best performer or I am the average performer. Now, if I say you take a pause in the video and just check how many students are there above me. We find that Andrew is above me, Mark is below me, Bunny is far below me, Ishan is above me, Blake is above me. That means 1, 2, 3. 3 people are above me. Therefore, I am the 4th best performer in a class of 6. So, I can say I am the 3rd last. What if I am an average performer? See, this is one of the measure. That is the average. In stats, we call it the mean. Mean can be of a sample or a population. You should know about these basics. What's the difference between the sample and the population? Otherwise, I will cover it in the other videos. Mean is one of the measure how we are finding the central tendency of that particular class. There are different other measures. We will discuss the same in today's video. Now, if I talk about average, it comes out to be like sum of all the marks of the students in the class which is divided by the total number of students in the class. Let's check. This is my average. This is total marks of the student divided by number of students. That is, I am adding each and every number here. That is 92 plus 80 plus 71 plus 100 plus 95 plus 90. These are my total number of marks. And divided by number of students. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When I am calculating this, I am finding the mean. And this is 528 divided by 6. I have just calculated with the help of a calculator. And then got 88 as mean. So I can say I am 2 marks above the mean. The average of the class, I am better than average of the class. This is called the measure of central tendency. And if we talk more formally in a mathematical way, this formula of the mean is represented as sigma of xi divided by n, where xi means I will be varying from 0 to n. This I is x1 plus x2 plus x3 and so on till xn divided by n, where x1 is this, x1 is this, x2, x3, x4, x5. Here n is equal to 5. Therefore, when I am considering sigma of xi from where I varies from 0 to n, this means I varies from 1 to n, this means x1, x2, x3, x4, x5, x6. This is the notation of the mean, and mean is having a symbol of mu. This is called mu. So this is all about mean. So mean or average is one or the same thing initially. Further, there may be some difference and I'll tell you in the further videos. Now let's move on to the next topic. Again, to find the central tendency, we have one more measure which is called median. Median is actually the center number or the center value of your data. Now, for example, this was my data where we were having these numbers. Firstly, I have to sort out all these numbers. I have written it in a manner after sorting out, which is the lowest value first and highest value last. 71, 80, 90, 92, 95 and 100. Now, when we are finding the mean, we find the center number. But what we see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 entries. That means even number of entries. So we cannot have a single number which is at the center. So what are the two numbers at the center? That is 90 and 92. What we do in this case, we take the average of these numbers. What it becomes? 90 plus 92 divided by 2. Therefore, our median becomes 91. Now, if there would be an odd number of value, for example, I may have one more student who is getting a marks of like 70. So what would happen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There would be 7 entries. Therefore, 3, 3. This 90 would be the center one. And we get the median at 90. I think median is clear. Now you can say, although both are the measures of central tendency, still the same data was having an average of 88 and this data is having a median of 91. Now the other central tendency measure that we will be discussing today is the mode. Mode is actually the most common number or the data which is having the highest number of repetitions or the frequency. There are certain cases where mode may exist or the mode may not exist. For example, if we consider our own data, this is our data, and in this particular data we cannot find a single number which is repeated. Therefore, our data set do not contain any mode. But let's have some different data like 1, 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, 7, 7, 7, 8 and 10. In this particular form, if we have the data in this particular way, then we can have the mode as 7. This is the highest repeated number. These are the 3 measures how you are going to play with the numbers. Why this mean, mode, median is important, we will discuss in the further videos. These are the basic things we should always know about the stats before starting data science. Now, let's discuss where you should use mean, where mode, where median. This is the most important part. Let's say we are having this data. Student and marks. These are the student IDs and these are the marks. We can see there is a wide range of numbers. Range of numbers means the minimum marks and the maximum marks. This is called range. If I see in this particular data, my minimum is 12, and when I see the maximum data, my maximum is 95. Therefore, my range of data becomes 12 to 95. Now, if we calculate the mean of this particular data, it comes out to be 30.7. So, 95 is far above 30.7 and 15 is also little bit below 30.7. Now, in this particular data, just by seeing it visually, I can say that the range of the numbers maximum lie between 12 to 18, and still the average or the mean comes out to be 30.7. This is because my data is skewed here. Whenever we are having some skewed data, we will try to use the median. Now in this particular data, if we try to find the median, we will first sort it and then we will have some values which is within this particular data. And in that particular value, we can say like how many numbers are below that particular median and how many numbers are above that particular median. Therefore, skewness of the data is one of the measures how we are deciding mean and median. And if we talk about mode, mode is many times or maximum times used with the categorical data. For example, there are certain categories like dog, cat and tiger, and your problem statement is you should know how many dogs are there. That is how frequently the term dog is being repeated in your category. In that case, you are finding the mode. Now, when you play with the mode data, you get to know how we are using mean, mode and median. These are the basics. In the further videos, we will talk about the probability distribution. And whenever we'll talk about distribution, mean, mode, median is the basic thing. One more important topic that I'll be covering in the next video will be the standard deviation. For the distribution to be easily understood, we need these particular terms. We should always be easy with the data when we play with it. And if we know how we are representing the data, how to measure the data, then obviously it becomes easy to understand what is data science. I think you liked the video. If you liked it, please subscribe our channel and like the video. Any type of doubts, any type of comments, please comment so that I can discuss there directly. Thank you friends. Bye bye.